There was a tipping point in 1971 when a tiny machine was born. Its working parts were just the width of a human hair, and yet it would go on to augment and even replace the human brain. It was the microprocessor. The following year, I was born. But it wasn't until my teenage years that I began feeling the effects of the tipping point. In 1989, my father's engineering company invested the princely sum of $8,000 to purchase an all-in-one Macintosh SE30. With it, he could quickly run engineering calculations that would take hours by hand. The moment I saw it, I fell in love with it. Its personality was friendly and loud. The whir of the fan, the clickety-clack of the hard drive, and the familiar startup chime. And the features were just incredible. It came with a 9-inch black and white screen, a Motorola 68030 microprocessor, a 3.5-inch floppy disk drive, and 1 megabyte of memory. 1,000 SE30s would have the same memory as one Apple Watch today. But for a curious teenage boy, the Macintosh was a fascinating machine with unlimited potential. Before long, I discovered a computer game called Dark Castle, in which a young hero named Duncan makes his way towards a black knight while dodging objects and solving the occasional puzzle. I spent weekends at Dad's office with the dubious mission of conquering the Black Knight. Every so often, the Mac would freeze and I would switch it off, then on again to restart it. Until one day, the Mac refused to restart. I'd blown up Dad's office computer. My heart sank, and so did office productivity. But it turned out to be one of the best things I ever did. Knowing that me and machine would not easily be separated, Dad purchased a Macintosh LC for low cost for our home. Although it was low cost, it came with a 13-inch colour Trinitron display and a Motorola 68020 microprocessor. By that time, I was studying mechanical engineering and programming computers to model mechanical systems. My brain was becoming closer to the microprocessor. There was another tipping point in 1991 when the World Wide Web was born. 2 years later, I graduated from university and started an internet company. We connected to the internet with phone lines and manually programmed dial-up modems. I must have heard that modem handshake melody 1,000 times. Ding boing, ding boing, bing 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 bing, boing 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 boing, wah boing, wah boing. Shh. Wah, wah, shh. In 2002, I joined BHP's head office in Melbourne. By that time, computers were fully embedded in corporations. We used them to build economic models and evaluate billion-dollar investment decisions. It was there that I witnessed yet another tipping point. One day, I saw the CEO step out of the lift in a sharply dressed suit and a tangle of headphone wires connected to a BlackBerry. The BlackBerry was a smartphone with a physical QWERTY keyboard, making mobile email a killer application. Before long, we all had BlackBerries. We used them to send and receive emails at any time and in any place. In bed, on the train, during meals. We could even do it in the bathroom. For the first time, it was becoming less clear who was the master. Was it man or machine? Then in 2007, Apple introduced the iPhone, and within a decade, trainloads full of commuters could be seen gazing into their iPhone screens. Their brains becoming ever closer to the microprocessor. Microprocessors can already drive our cars. They can choose our partners, and via social media, they can even change what we think. So have you ever wondered, are they really working for you, or are you working for them? The slowest data bottleneck that remains is between microprocessors and our brains. The solution, according to Elon Musk, is to embed microprocessors in our heads. A tipping point, 50 years past. Unleash the power unsurpassed. Awaken your brains and see what's begun. Man and machine are becoming one.